Peter's redemption is found in the Gospels, Matthew 26, Mark 14, Luke 22, and John 18. Reviewing what we've been talking about recently, Jesus and his 12 disciples are sitting at a table in the upper room celebrating the Passover feast. Jesus tells the disciples that one of them is about to betray him, and he sends Judas Iscariot on his way to do what he needs to do. The disciples really don't recognize until later that Judas is the one plotting evil against Jesus. They finish their meal, sing a hymn, and then head to Gethsemane on the Mount of Olives to pray. Along the way, Jesus talks with his disciples. All of you will reject me tonight, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. Zechariah 13:7. After I am raised up, I will go before you into Galilee. But Peter answered him, even if everyone else turns their backs on you, I never will. Jesus said to him, I promise you that tonight, before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. Peter said to him, even if I must die with you, I will never deny that I know you. All of the disciples said the same thing. When he arrived at Gethsemane, he said to them, pray that you don't enter into temptation. He went off from his disciples not far away, and he knelt down and prayed, saying, Daddy, Father, all things are possible with you. Please remove this cup from me. However, not what I desire, but what you desire. An angel from heaven appeared to him, strengthening him. Being in agony, he prayed more earnestly, knowing that he would be out of the presence of God while carrying the sins of the world. Jesus still chose to obey God's plan of redemption. He would go to the cross and bear our sins so that we could be forgiven. When he rose up from his prayer, he came to the disciples and found them sleeping because of grief. And he said to them, why are you sleeping? Get up and pray so that you won't be tempted. While he was still speaking, a crowd appeared. Judas, one of the 12 disciples, was leading them, and he came near to Jesus to kiss him. But Jesus said to him, Judas, do you betray the Son of Man with a kiss? Then they came and laid hands on Jesus and took him. Peter drew his sword and struck the servant of the high priest and cut off his ear. Then Jesus said to him, put your sword away. Those that take the sword will die by the sword. Don't you think I could have asked my Father for help? He would have sent thousands of angels if I had asked, but then how would the scriptures be fulfilled? Jesus touched the man's ear and healed him. Then all the disciples left him and ran away. The soldiers led him away and brought him into the high priest's house. Peter followed from a distance, and when they kindled a fire in the middle of the courtyard and had sat down together, Peter sat with them. A servant girl saw him and said, this man was with Jesus, a Galilean. He denied Jesus, saying, woman, I don't know him. And after a little while, someone else said to him, you were also with Jesus of Nazareth. But Peter answered, I don't know the man. And after another hour passed, one stated, truly this man was also with him because he is a Galilean. But Peter said, I don't know what you're talking about. And immediately while he was speaking, a rooster crowed. And the Lord turned and looked at Peter, and Peter remembered what Jesus said, before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. Peter went outside and cried and cried and cried.
In fear, Peter denied knowing Jesus. I'm sure that he was afraid for his life when he saw Jesus taken away by the soldiers. Did you ever have a time when you were tempted maybe to take something that wasn't yours, or to not tell the truth, or maybe to say something mean? Well, sin is anything that you think, say, or do that makes God sad. Well, Peter pretending that he didn't know Jesus was a sin, and sin separates us from God. When the rooster crowed, he remembered what Jesus had said, and Peter was very sad that he had lied. Peter cried over and over and over and asked God for forgiveness. Well, in Romans 3:23, it says, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Well, like the verse said, we have all sinned, but the big thing is what we choose to do with that sin. So let's remember to ask God for forgiveness and accept the grace that he offers us through his Son, Jesus Christ. I hope you guys have a great week, and hopefully we'll be able to get together here soon. Take care, and I love you guys. Bye-bye.